I'm Beanie Feldstein. I play Julie Steffans in the movie Lady Bird. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the movie in a segment called A Lady Bird's Eye View.
Action! Live on the set.
I got an email with the script, and I was so excited because I'm such a huge fan of Greta's, and Frances Ha was such a formative film for me and my girlfriends in college. So I was so excited to even read it. I read the first scene with with Lady Bird and her mom in the car before I even got to Julie, and I was so taken with that scene and the way that Greta wrote it and the way she captured this dynamic between a mother and a daughter. And then I got to Julie, and it said, sweet, chubby theater girl, and I was like, what? This feels so right.
You can't do anything unless you're the center of attention. Yeah, well, you know your mom's tits, they're totally fake. She made one bad decision at 19. Two bad decisions.
Yeah, so I actually only auditioned once. I went in and I read with Greta. She read Lady Bird's lines and I read Julie. And it was such a wonderful audition. It's the only audition in my life that I've ever left and felt great about, which I think says something about Greta and who she is and how comfortable she makes actors feel. But I just left and I was like, Bean, you did your best. Like, you did well. And if it doesn't go your way, it's okay because you put your best foot forward. And then when I found out I got it, I just couldn't have been more surprised and more excited. In some ways, I'm so similar to Julie, and in some ways, I'm so different. A big difference would be I'm very Jewish, and so the all-Catholic school was such a different world for me. And Julie also finds theater very late in her high school career, whereas I was completely a theater kid. But as far as the friendship between Lady Bird and Julie, that felt so true to me and my friends in high school, and just that love between two girls and the pain of leaving each other when you go to separate schools for college, and all of that felt completely true and very emotional to play out. So we shot the majority of the film in LA, and then the last week of the movie we shot in Sacramento, which was so beautiful to end it there. So many scenes were fun, specifically the eating of the wafers with our legs up on the floor we just make each other laugh so hard, so it was so joyous to get to be in that situation where they were making each other laugh so much. But the scene that I think was most challenging for me or most nerve-wracking was the scene with Julie on the couch when Lady Bird comes to find her for prom. I think for many reasons, I really felt like I owed it to Julie to get it right because it's such an important part of her story in the film. And I was just nervous because I had never been asked to be vulnerable and emotional like that before. Julie was just such a different role for me and feels much closer to who I am naturally as a person than the more rowdy girls I've played in the past. But I was so moved the first time I saw this movie. I cried for 45 minutes after I left, a full 45 minutes, like relentless weeps. I was so taken with Saoirse and Laurie together, and that mother-daughter relationship, and Tracy Letts broke my heart, and Stephen McKinley Henderson, and there's all these scenes that I wasn't there while they filmed, so it's just so captivating, and I was really swept up in it. And I felt for Julie almost as if she was separate from me. Go see Lady Bird, which is in theaters everywhere now.